thank you for all the support that you've given my family and Destiny's Child over the years. We really appreciate that. The
Yeah,
ladies, they deserve a tribute in their honor. And that's
yeah.
why we're doing this also. It's just to acknowledge all the members of Destiny's Child from the very
Mhm.
beginning. You know what?
Welcome back to Women for the Culture, your home for intentional storytelling and narrative ownership. I'm your host, Natasha Parker, senior correspondent and writer at Women for the Culture. We're kicking off an unforgettable exclusive today with the ultimate architect of music history, Dr. Mathew Knowles. Today's episode is proudly sponsored by award-winning director Lazrel Lizon and Summer House Pictures' Never and Again, now streaming on Tubi. Without further ado, Dr. Mathew Knowles.
First, I would like to say congratulations on the success of the Destiny's Child iconic reimagined tour. Um, and I just want to thank you for sitting down with Women for the Culture and just taking everyone through the your legacy first, because without you, there will be no Destiny's Child. And just taking us on this journey with you.
Yeah, well, thank you, Natasha. Let me make one slight correction. It's
Okay.
Destiny's Child Iconic Reimagined Tribute. Uh,
Sorry about that.
because when we first came out, I made the mistake and said tour, and all of social media went crazy
Yeah.
because they thought Destiny's Child, the members, were in fact going to be part of a tour.
Yes.
So I just want to correct that this is a tribute and honor of Destiny's Child and the members, and for them being the number one female group in the history
Yeah.
of music. And that's not something that I made. You can just go and Google World Music Awards back in 2025, six, somewhere around there. Uh, this company does a lot of research
Yes.
and on numbers. And
Yes.
Destiny's Child were given that amazing award of being the number one female group of all time. So we're very
Yes.
proud of that.
Yes, and listen, we trust your word because Destiny's Child, they them girls, so there ain't no doubt about them being one of the top female groups, R&B groups. So when you started or had this idea in your mind, like I think I should do something like this, like what clicked in your mind, like oh, this would be a good idea to honor my daughter, her girls, just the group.
Well, this company that I partnered with, Fever, and you might have heard of Candlelight, these Candlelight experiences. I don't know if you have or not, but they've been doing these for many years in America and outside of America. So my wife and I actually went to a Beyonce tribute
Oh, okay.
years ago, and I wasn't very happy with it. They wouldn't allow the audience to sing or participate. They wouldn't allow the audience to have their cameras out. There was no narration, which I do for these shows. I narrate and give
Oh, okay.
backstories, which makes it. There was no VIP meet and greets afterwards. So I got with them and we decided to partner together on Destiny's Child, as well as Beyonce coming up the top of next year, and Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Hmm.
So we're excited. That's what stimulated that, hey, what I saw could be better, but let's start with Destiny's Child because
Okay.
there would be no Beyonce if there was no Destiny's Child. So
Smart.
we wanted to start there.
Well, that sucks because when you go to any type of musical experience, concert, play, whatever, you want to be able to interact and sing. Like, what's the point of just sitting there in silence? Like, what do they want the audience to do?
Well, that's why I jumped in and say, "Hey, look, let's do this differently."
Yeah.
I know the audience, I know the culture. Um, they were doing a quartet, four-piece string quartet before. I
Hmm.
changed that to a five-piece string quintet with an
Hmm.
upright bass, so we could have that urban sound.
Okay.
So we gotta feel it,
A little
right?
feel into it,
We
yeah.
just can't have some strings and everybody all stark and
Yeah, and
you know,
stuffy.
yeah, that's not what I wanted. So
Yeah.
they listened to me, and the first 8 shows have been sold out, and
Mm-hmm.
now we're going back to Houston. We're going back to New York, but we're adding Chicago, Philadelphia,
Okay.
D.C., Detroit. So we go into those cities, and
Okay.
you can go to destinychild.com and get your tickets
Get your
now.
tickets, y'all. So when guests come to these shows, what do you hope like they walk away with? What type of feelings do you hope they walk away from? And when you're like putting together the songs, doing the narration and everything, what types of emotions like boil up inside of you?
And that's it. That's why I named it the Reimagine. Iconic Reimagine, because it does that. It brings up those emotions. A lot of,
Mhm.
especially ladies, because Destiny's Child was all about female empowerment.
Yes, they
And so a lot of those songs, Bills, 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 Independent Woman,
independent.
Girls, Girls, Girls,
Uh-huh.
those are about female empowerment. So it always takes me back, even when I'm sitting there in the audience. It just takes me back to the very beginning of Destiny's Child, going all the way back to girls' time. You
Uh-huh.
know, Beyonce was like 10, 11 years old,
Wow.
and all of the struggle, because it wasn't instant success. It wasn't microwave success.
Exactly.
They had failure. We had failure in the beginning. Went to Star Search. They lost on Star Search. Then they went to Atlanta, did a production deal, and was assigned to Electro Records.
Okay.
Didn't work out. And then I named the group Something Fresh, and sent out all of these packages to the music industry. And we got a lot of, most of them were passed. We passed on the project. So it took 6 to 8 years to get it going. And I always tell people that want to be in the music industry, it's a journey. Uh, it's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah, it's not. And that brings me to I seen you say something about if you have a goal and you achieve that goal, you're not impressed. But if you have a goal and you barely make it, you're still proud because it's like, yeah, you had that goal and you tried your best and your hardest, but it just didn't happen this time. So can you speak on that?
You've been reading my social media, huh? Well, good for you. Yeah, I remember that very vividly, of saying that if Beyonce and Solange came to me and said, "Hey, Dad, we accomplished this goal," and it was something really, really small,
Yeah,
really small, I wouldn't be impressed with that.
yeah.
But if they came to me and said, "Dad, we failed at this goal,
Hmm.
but the goal was a high, high aspiration, and it was difficult." But
Yeah,
if they aspired for something very high and did make it, I would be very proud of them,
yeah.
because they aspired for something very big, something very high. And that's what I was saying, is that it was some little something, then okay.
Like, yeah,
But
uh-huh.
but if it was something really big, but they did make it, I would be very proud that they were
Yeah, so
working
you just
towards
gotta
accomplishing.
grind. You gotta
Yeah,
keep grinding for what you wanted.
right, right.
Yes. So back to the show, Mr. Knowles. How, like you said, Destiny's Child, they got an amazing catalog. So how do you pick the songs for the tribute concert?
It's hard,
Yeah.
especially when you have that many hits, and we only have 70 minutes.
Mm.
So, it's really picking the right tempo, the right messaging that stays into female empowerment, and the hit songs. They're all
Yeah.
hit songs. So they're all
Yeah.
songs that all of you have been singing to since you were little kids. So it's difficult, and I have 3 extra songs. Some cities I change it up, and but there's a ton of content. It was very difficult doing that. And
Do
I have some
you?
surprises too at the end.
Okay, okay, we can't wait. But do you notice at certain shows like which songs might get the most like emotional impact? Like, yes, that's my
Oh
song.
yeah.
And which song would that be? Or songs?
I'll tell you when Bills comes on, the
Can you
ladies
pay my
go.
bills?
I mean, that room erupts with emotions. You ladies just be like, you could pay your own bills. Like that song brings a lot, and the song Emotions.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
That brings a lot. But all of the songs, I mean,
Uh-huh.
how do you, no, 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 part one and two, you got,
Mm,
you know, all of these girls, I mean, when they sing that song, and uh, I mean, these songs is the great songs. And,
yeah.
Survivor,
Classics.
Survivor,
Yeah.
uh, it's all really good songs. Cater to you, you know.
Oh, yes. So, Mr. Knowles, right now the tour is just a tribute, but I know their brain is always working. Do you think that maybe we could get a Destiny's Child, like maybe a Broadway show?
I can tell you that we are working on some of those things.
Uh-huh.
Uh, and one of the other thing that we will haven't announced, but I'll tell you, we just started an initiative at YouTube
Okay.
with Destiny Child having their own YouTube channel, a fan club YouTube channel. We have thousands of hours of exclusive content of Destiny's Child that you have never seen before. And so I'm just telling your audience,
Yeah.
this is the first time I'm saying it, that stay tuned, go to YouTube, and you understand, go to my channel, Mathew Knowles channel. You begin to see this amazing content. And we're doing the same on a new Destiny's Child website. You can go
Okay.
now to destinyschild.com. A lot of the things you're asking me, like the audience engagement,
Mm-hmm.
we film crew all of the shows. We've recorded and taped and interviewed women coming out of the show to get their take on it, and it's
Yeah.
all being 100% positive.
Yes, I
And
love
all
that.
of these shows have been sold out. We wanted to do something different. Now imagine you going to a really cool venue. There's candles, thousands of candles. The lights are down, and then the string quintet starts playing these hit songs. Everybody's dressed really chic and sharp.
Okay.
So, we want people to be sharp. We want it to be an experience. You got cocktails and laughter and fun and
Yeah.
excitement in the air with this exciting, candle lights, and makes it really a unique experience for everyone.
It's giving a girls' night outing.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And you
So
can
when y'all
again,
come back around to Georgia, I'm gonna have to check it out.
yeah, we'll be back to Atlanta. We were there on the first round. We'll be back the top of next year.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Knowles, let's talk about building Destiny's Child. So, before
Sure.
you even became this music mogul, you were in medical sales, I believe.
Hmm.
So, what did you see in not only your daughter but Kelly, Latavia, Latoya? What did you see in them that made me say, "All right, I'm about to dedicate my time 100% to these girls because I just know they got this."
Yeah, well, the story is that I was in corporate America, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
I played college basketball, so I love to play basketball on the weekends, and I would just drop Beyonce off. Uh, we had a major hair salon, and these two women came and said they were starting a young girl. I don't know, and you were probably around the age, but it was a point in the music industry that the top acts were kids.
Okay.
Usher, TLC,
Mm-hmm.
Criss Cross, ABC, these were all kids acts.
Yeah.
And so that's how our industry is. It's what's hot today, then all the record labels go looking for it, right? So these ladies wanted to put together a girls group, and my role is I was a dad. I was just dropping Beyonce off on the weekends to rehearse, and that was it. And then they lost on Star Search,
Yeah.
which is like American Idol today.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked Ed McMahon was the host, like, I'm a dad. These kids are crying. What do I do? And
Yeah.
he shared that Boys to Men and a lot of other groups that had been on the show who lost actually went back and changed the group.
Okay.
And I decided that I would go back to school because I come from sales and marketing. And as you said, in the medical field, I
Yes.
didn't know that much about the music industry. So
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to learn. So I went back to college to take courses in the music industry, to understand the business and creative side.
Yeah.
And that's when I got involved. Um, I always knew that music was a passion for Beyonce and Solange and Kelly. Kelly lived with us at that
Mm-hmm.
time, so she was like a daughter also. And I knew if I, put the right team together,
Yeah.
that the ladies had the talent, they had the passion. We had to make some changes, like the managers before were trying to give the dancers a record deal.
Oh my goodness.
So it was four young girls singing and three young girls dancing, and they were trying to get them all a record deal. That just
That
doesn't happen.
didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah. And Latavia was actually a dancer,
Oh, okay. I never knew that.
and that's why you should come to the show because I tell some of this backstory. And at that time, when you're 12, 13, your growth spurt, shoots real fast sometimes. And so
Mm-hmm.
one of the 13-year-old girls, just all of a sudden, she grew 4 or 5 inches. So she didn't quite look
Yeah.
right
She
now.
looked older probably.
Yeah, and so it
Mm-hmm.
didn't work out. But she went on to be to work with Prince.
Okay.
So Ashley Davis had a really great career working with Prince, so
Okay.
protege. And just when I got involved, became the manager, and we got them a deal with Columbia Records on Sony, and that's how it began.
Okay. Just grinding and hustling. So I know a lot of young people out here, they see the glamour, the glitz, the hair, the makeup costumes, but it's a lot of sacrifice in becoming an artist, especially a successful artist. And you instilled that in the girls early. And I recently seen a video like today. I seen a video of I think it was Beyonce's B-Day album. She was performing like on a morning show, and they said it was like 44 degrees outside. And you would never know, like, because she was out there dancing and singing. And then recently on the Cowboy Carter tour, she was up in the thing and all the rain, and she has a lot of discipline. So can you speak to that discipline you need to have in this industry?
Well, I think it's more than just discipline. I think it
Mm-hmm.
starts, and I always say it starts with having and identify it's your passion.
Okay.
A lot of people still don't know in their life what their passion is. The real thing that excites them, that they wake up to, and that's always for Beyonce and also for Solange,
Mm-hmm.
Kelly. That's their passion, even when they were like 6, 7 years old.
Yeah.
They just wanted to be in the music industry.
Yeah.
They wanted to be entertainers. Um, they never talked about wanting to go to college. College is
Mm-hmm.
not for everyone. I'm a college professor, but it's
Yeah.
not for everyone. Their passion, they wanted to be entertainers. So they, at an early age, we surrounded them with the tools, a vocal coach, a choreographer, um, and they saw examples from their parents. We had a very successful hair salon. Um, we were grateful to be making millions of dollars from
Yeah.
Salon and Beyonce were little kids. I always say Beyonce didn't make us, we made her.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Exactly.
No Joe Jackson here. We had that. So we surrounded them with the right team of people, but it was their passion and work ethics, because what comes with passion is work ethics. Beyonce, Kelly, and all the ladies of Destiny's Child put in a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of work to be the very best at it. And
Yeah.
you practice in these conditions. We call it practicing failure.
Yeah.
You don't know when the lights are going to go out during a performance, or the music might go out during the performance. You might stop working, or you might break a heel on your shoe, like Michelle on BET, and they knew immediately, or Beyonce and Solange on when Beyonce performed in the desert.
Coach Beychella.
Coachella.
Yeah.
uh, and if you look at that performance when Solange came out, you wouldn't even know that actually they fell, but they made it fun like it was a dance routine.
Yeah.
Because they already had practice film. So all of those things is what brings about greatness. It's a difference in greatness. When you think of a lot of people, Magic Johnson, greatness, Serena and Venus, greatness, Michael Jackson, greatness. All of these artists and entertainers and athletes, they put in a ton of practice that we don't see.
Yeah.
And they need to be, that's what makes you great. You
Exactly.
love what you're doing and you put in the work to be the very best. We never work to be good at something. Our goal has always been to be the very best at it.
I love that, sir. So how do you feel about this new wave of, I guess, music, the industry now? Because it seems like you could just, I don't know, put out a song on TikTok or something and then you're blown up everywhere. Do you think that?
No, they're not blowing up everywhere.
Okay.
It seems like they're blowing up everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a lot, and you're absolutely right, Natasha, that anybody now can put something up on the streaming platforms or social media. It's still the same as it's been for the history of music. Only 1% make it to the top.
Mm-hmm.
You have a whole lot of noise out there now, but
Yeah.
really only 1%. I mean, when you really think of it, you could probably name off 25 artists that's really moving the needle right now.
Yeah.
But there's millions of them on the platform.
Yeah. You're right.
So it hasn't changed. It's those people that have great songs, because it's not just talent. It's about having great songs, and it's not just about talent and having great songs. It's about having a great team around you.
Yeah.
Because we say in the music industry, 60 to 70% of it is business, 30 or 40% of it is music.
Yeah.
That's why it's music business.
Okay.
So you can find someone who can really sing, but that means nothing.
If you don't know the business.
Well, it's not just that. So if you're a woman and you want to be in the music industry, imaging becomes critical. How you look, what you wear, and so it's not just your ability to sing; it's your image.
Yeah.
And especially for a woman. So,
Do you think that's fair though? Versus a
life
man?
isn't fair.
Yeah, you're right.
But I know how to play the rules.
Okay.
Life has never been fair.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a word I use.
Yeah.
Fair. Is it functional? Does it work? Does it move the needle? Those are the things. I don't ask, is it fair?
Okay.
You'll be disappointed many, many times living in a world of fairness, because that don't really exist.
Yeah. I like that. So, Mr. Knowles, you're a businessman, you're a professor, PhD. So I know you probably seen this running joke or conversation that was going on where they asked your son-in-law, or it's a question surrounding your son-in-law where it says, have dinner with him or take 500,000 or something like that. So I want to ask you this question because you have a lot of music knowledge and you built some of the biggest groups. If someone says, should we take the 500,000 or have a sit down with Mr. Knowles, what would you say?
I'm going to make sure I understand. Someone's going to give you a choice of $500,000 or
Mm-hmm.
sit down with me.
Yes, the knowledge. Is the knowledge worth it, or should you just take the money?
$500,000 is a lot of money.
Yeah.
I would take the money uh,
Okay.
because that's a significant amount of money that could allow you then to still have the opportunity to sit down with me.
Okay.
Because you took the 500,000 that and the way you presented it, you didn't say that if you did one, you couldn't do the other. See, had you said that, then my answer would have been different. But you didn't say if you do one, you can't ever do the other.
You got me.
So in the way you presented it, I would take the 500,000 and I would go to MathewKnowles.com and I would book Mr. Knowles to speak, and I would spend 100,000 of that so that he'll come sit with me, and I
I
still
like
have
that.
400,000 left.
Smart. I like that answer. So, Mr. Knowles, what piece of business advice do you think every creator or entrepreneur should have early on?
Well, you have to understand marketing. You have to understand branding, how to build a brand. You have to understand basic financing, what a
Mhm.
profit and loss statement is. You know, uh, you have to have the right team of people, the right attorney, the right type of insurance, location, um, staff. But you also have to have startup capital, and
Yeah.
that's where a lot of businesses fail. They don't have the amount of money that's needed to start up.
Yeah.
So it's not just saying one day I want to start a business. You have to put in the work again to understand the business you're going in. I mean, things like who is my competition? Uh, who's my core customer?
Hmm.
Understanding pricing, understanding this digital world of marketing today.
Yeah.
It's a different world. How do I use AI in all of this? So it's never one thing or two things or three things. It's normally a plethora of many things that you have to know to be great as an
Yeah.
entrepreneur, as an artist, as a person.
And you also got to have a good team around you, like you said.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And
So,
not a
Miss,
team of yes people, but team of people that are not.
exactly. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's where a lot of people mess up is they have people it's like, oh, okay, 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 because they want to be around. And you get
Yeah.
messed up like that.
Yeah. They want to
Yeah.
be on that trip.
Yeah. So, Mr. Knowles, can we get into a little bit about mental health and your personal health journey?
Sure.
Yeah. So I know you talked about your journey with, and I know it's called breast cancer, but you said you prefer to call it chest cancer.
Yeah, it's in the very beginning because a lot of people couldn't relate and understand.
Uh-huh.
Um, I I named it male chest cancer.
Okay.
Uh, I've since over the years, transitioned to male breast cancer.
Okay. Okay.
Now, now that it's has become, more recognizable, more people are talking about it, more men are talking about it. But in the very beginning, men were
Hmm.
embarrassed to say that they use the word breast. I don't ever use it unless I put the word male before it. I don't
Okay.
say I have breast cancer. I have male breast cancer. How we look at our chest area, it's
Hmm.
different. And I can go jogging in a park with my t-shirt on.
Yeah.
You go jogging in the park with your t-shirt off, you'll go to jail.
Yeah.
And so we have to identify that it is perceived differently in men and women,
Okay.
and being respectful.
Yeah, and I just want to be respectful of you, so that's why I just
Yeah,
wanted to clear which
right.
term you wanted to use.
Yeah.
But what made you come forward publicly and talk about that?
Well, for one thing, knowing my corporate background, for 8 years in the medical division of Xerox in the 1980s, I sold zero radiography, which was the leading modality for breast cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. I the universe gave me the opportunity to understand the technology, the modality, and have the experience of selling this equipment and being the number one sales rep in the world for a number
Mm-hmm.
of years. So when I had this discharge in my chest area, I knew immediately what it could be.
Okay.
So I'm just grateful that I had the opportunity to sell mammography equipment. So I knew what possibilities were.
Yeah. So I know you said that you had the discharge. Are there other signs or symptoms that men should look out for?
There are lumps,
Okay.
but discharges is would be probably number one.
Yeah.
But lumps, pain. You know the thing about cancer, cancer doesn't hurt immediately.
Mm-hmm.
It might be years before it hurt.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to get early detection for breast cancer, prostate cancer, any type of disease, and that's why Black people, we die, more than our white counterparts because we wait
Too
too
long.
late.
Mm-hmm.
And cancer has four stages, like one, two, three, four, four being the worst, one being the best,
Yeah.
to be for it to be found. And normally we're in stage 3 or 4 by the
Yeah.
time we find it. I was
Yeah.
fortunate, I was stage 1A
Okay.
when I found it. So that kind of gives you an indication 1A versus stage 4. So I caught it extremely early.
Early, yeah. And I'm glad you was able to you recognize the signs or just was like, oh, something ain't right. And you immediately went to the doctor.
Yeah.
So how did this journey teach you personally how to live in your purpose, how to live out loud, how to just live life to the fullest?
Yeah, it was interesting because Natasha, 6 months after I was diagnosed, we had COVID.
Mm,
So imagine you just being diagnosed with cancer, just having surgery, and now you're scared to death because COVID is out there. And I didn't want my wife to go outside. I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want any packages to come in. Um, so it taught me a lot. I even called my therapist and said, "Hey, look, I'm having these anxiety attacks. I was taking my temperature 10 times a day because I felt as though if I had gotten COVID with
mm-hmm.
having that early surgery, cancer, that it was probably not a good ending would happen. So I was pretty paranoid at that time. So it taught me a lot of resilience. It taught me to really, it gave me time to really be still for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And cancer and COVID, those two C's really allowed me to really dig deep into myself,
Okay.
understand me a lot better. And so I always look at life in a positive view rather than a negative view.
Okay.
And
So
you have setbacks in life, you learn from those, and you become even better.
yes, I love that. And I'm glad that you brought up like it was around COVID. You already had the diagnosis, and I know a lot of people was probably going through depression. But I'm glad that you said you talked to your therapist because it is men's mental health month. So can you speak to especially Black men how important it is to not think, oh, I shouldn't talk to a therapist, or I should just keep my feelings in because I'm just too manly to talk about it. I shouldn't cry. Like, how important is it to take care of your mental health?
Well, we're understanding more and more
Mm-hmm.
that it's critical.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I was on a Zoom call last night with a group of Black men, and we were talking about mental health and brain health, which gets into Alzheimer's and dementia and those types of things. You're right, we've been conditioned, again, especially as Black men, from kids that we can't cry, we can't show our emotions. That only ends to destruction.
Yeah.
Someone who keeps that internalized, it doesn't end very well.
Yeah.
It's just the opposite. People who are strong understand the importance of being vulnerable.
Yeah.
People that are weak keep it inside.
Yeah.
See, we got it wrong. We think it's the people that keep it inside are strong, but they're the weak ones, the ones that are vulnerable and say, "Hey, I'm hurting. This, I don't like that. That made me feel a certain way, or I'm unhappy." Those are the people that are strong, that go and seek help and
Yes.
say, "Hey, I can't do this. I'd like to hear your perspective. I need your help with this." Those are people with strength.
Yes. Black men hear that. The strong ones. Listen to Mr. Knowles.
Yeah, thank
So,
you.
Mr. Knowles, can we get into some fun, rapid questions about Destiny's Child?
Sure, we can.
All right. So I don't know if you've seen this debate that's been going on social media for a while, but Beyonce's checkup on it. People are saying that on the second verse, first line, that it is Kelly's voice. Can you debunk that, or can you tell us maybe it is Kelly singing that verse?
On the second line of check on it,
The second verse.
second verse of check on.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one with Slim Thug.
Yes.
Okay, because there's different versions of the song.
Okay.
Because as I recall, we have check on it on both Beyonce's album and Destiny's Child album. I think. Uh, I can't pull that up right now, but I really don't remember. I believe that's 100% Beyonce on at least the version that I'm thinking, because that song was done because of a movie.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, what was that movie?
Was it?
Um,
I
it,
don't
it,
know. I don't know if it was Pink Panther or
it
Austin
was
Pop.
Pink Panther. You're
Okay.
right. It was Pink Panther. That song is what drove Black women to go see Pink Panther. So, if I had a minute, I could pull it up. But why is there such a controversy?
It's not the people just think it's Kelly. They're not mad about it. It's just that
Let me
people think
Google
that
real quick. I can tell
yeah,
you real. I can
people
tell
think
you.
that Kelly and Beyonce sound similar. So they're like, I think that's Kelly. You can't tell me that's not Kelly on the second verse.
Well, they're
So
wrong if they think Beyonce and Kelly sound similar. That's ridiculous.
so while you look that up, the next question is, what Destiny's Child song do you feel is underrated?
Underrated. Destiny's
Hmm.
Child song. Hmm. God, most of the songs aren't underrated. I think the first album in general uh, was underrated because the producer on that album, um, you know, God bless rest his soul in peace, Dwayne Wiggins with Tony, Tony, Tony.
Oh, okay.
Dwayne produced that first album on Grassroots Entertainment, his production company. And if you listen to Tony, 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 they are very musical with instruments and
Hmm.
violins and strings, and so it was a somewhat older. It was they were young. The girls were like 15, and the music was a little older.
Okay.
And I think a lot of folks haven't really listened to that first album. Do you
Okay.
know any songs other than No, No, No?
I'll have to be honest, probably not from the first album.
And see, that's my point.
So I need to go back and
Yeah, I
listen.
think if
Yeah.
you're a real Destiny's Child fan, you need to go back and listen to the first album.
Okay.
Uh, Brown Eyed Girls, Bridges,
Mm-hmm.
Second Nature,
Okay, I'm
Killing,
gonna take your
Killing,
advice.
Killing Time. Those songs are beautiful, man. But
Okay.
it just didn't get a lot of airplay and radio play, which is why we, uh, got Wyclef to do the remix of No, No, No,
Okay.
because we needed to have something that was more youthful.
Smart. Okay. So a lot of fans been saying they want a DC3 reunion. Do you think we will ever get one?
And I don't use words like never. Ultimately, there's a lot of moving parts that have to happen
Mm-hmm.
to do a Destiny's Child reunion. It starts with each one of the ladies individually. I mean, Michelle's on Broadway. She can't just stop and
Yeah.
go do a Destiny's Child tour. Kelly's doing movies. Beyonce might have another record coming out, knowing her.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, then it'll go through the cycle of touring. She'll have her own tour. So that'll be 3 or 4 years. Most people, and most of you, and you wouldn't know, it takes almost 3 years to put together a tour. It's not something that just happens overnight.
I never knew that.
Oh, yeah. You've got to first come up with the staging idea. What is the stage going to look like? Then you have to go and get your right band, the right
Mm-hmm.
dancers. You got to get a music director, choreographer. You got to have somebody, stage set and design. Uh, then you have to do the financial business part of it. Who's going to be the promoter? Then you have to do the contracts that take months. And
Ooh,
it's a
it's a lot of
lot of
work.
moving. Yeah, well, but it's not something that just happens overnight.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, then the ladies are getting older,
Yeah.
and I know for a fact that they don't want to be seen when they're 65 years old and look different.
Yeah. That's understandable.
And I know, so I don't know the answer to that, because ultimately there's a lot of decisions they would have to make. I would
Yes.
have to play into that decision as well,
Yes.
decision making as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't see it in the near future. I
Okay.
can say absolutely not in the next 5 years,
Yeah.
because I can see uh, Michelle still doing Broadway. I can see again Beyonce having another record and then having her own tour again. And I
Mm-hmm.
think you'll see, like you see occasionally, you'll see the three of them doing spot kind of things, doing a song here, doing a
Yeah.
song there,
And we
which is
appreciate that.
which takes us back to one of the reasons why I wanted to do the Destiny's Child iconic Reimagined Tribute, because I know in the next 5 years there won't be a Destiny's Child tour.
Yeah. Yeah. So we had it was the Destiny's Child iconic reimagined concert. Do you think we will get one for Solange? Because Solange, her music is amazing also.
As I said, come to the show and there's some surprises.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all I'm gonna say.
All right, Mr. Knowles. So just plug the whole tribute concert again and let everybody know where they can go get their tickets. And then also let us know at the end, what do you want your legacy to be at when everything is said and done?
Okay, I answered the first one.
Okay.
So I'm gonna describe this. Just imagine walking into this room and you're surrounded by thousands of candles and with your friends and having a wonderful time. And then the string quintet is in the middle of the center of the room, and they begin to play the classic Destiny Child hit songs. You get to participate and sing your heart out and have a wonderful, wonderful evening of being united.
Yeah.
That's what the tribute is all about. And you can go to the Destiny's Child website, destiny'schild.com, and you'll get to hear feedback from folks who've gone to the first 8 cities, because we do 2 shows per city. So 16 shows we've done. And you'll see the feedback speak for itself. You'll get to reimagine and see exactly what it is. So just go to destiny'schild.com. The tickets are ranging from $40 to front row, which is the best seats in the house, around 120. And you get, there's some VIP, the first row and the second and third row of VIP, and you get the Destiny's Child Untold Story. You get the free copy of that book, and you get a meet and greet with myself. And we just have a wonderful, amazing time. So that's what the Destiny's Child Iconic Reimagined Tribute is. For example, in Houston, we've sold out of the front row seats already. This is not one of those tributes where you wait to the last minute. There's traditional concerts, you wait to the last minute. I'm here to tell you, this is a very intimate experience. We only have like 450 seats per show. So it's very intimate. So these things sell out quickly. So go to destiny'schild.com. Your second question, what I want my legacy to be. Yes. I want you to define my legacy.
Me?
Not you. Oh. When I say you, I mean all of you.
Okay.
Some people, you ask that question, what do you want your legacy to be? And they have these, I want my legacy to be that I was smart, or I was, I don't know, I was in music, or I was a corporate. I don't want that. I want my body of work to speak for itself. Mm-hmm. And you decide what my legacy is.
Yes. All right. And that's it. Thank you so much, Mr. Knowles.
Thank you. And thank you for all the support that you've given my family and Destiny's Child over the years. We really appreciate that. The ladies, they deserve a tribute in their honor. And that's why we're doing this also. It's just to acknowledge all the members of Destiny's Child from the very beginning. When I took over management, they had like 13, 14 different little girls running around. I mean, there's been about, 30, about 30 different members.
Oh, wow.
When you look at girls' time, all the way up to today.
Oh, yes.
30 different little girls, a lot of them way before me. So we acknowledge them as well.
Yes.
That they played a role in this. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. Any of you ever need a speaker, you can find me. You can go to MathewKnowles.com. I'm here for you.
Wow, y'all. That was an absolute masterclass in music history, legacy, and what it truly means to build a global empire. Remember, Tribe, if you don't want to miss a single second of culture shift in media like this, make sure you like, comment, and hit subscribe, and turn on those notifications like right now. As we close out this incredible exclusive, we want to give one final major thank you to our official sponsor, Lazrel Lizon and Summer House Pictures. If you're looking for storytelling that dives deep into resilience, romance, and raw human choices, you need to watch their standout romantic drama, Never and Again. Stream Never and Again right now on Tubi and support independent Black cinema. I'm Natasha, and I'll see y'all next time right here on Women for the Culture. Peace out.